Hi, I'm Joy Janduza, founder and CEO of Postcard Mania. You are about to watch an interview with longtime branding and marketing expert David Breyer. David's worked with companies such as Joanna Vargas, the New York City Ballet, the Cooked Egg, and many more. David tells us about his strategies and even a secret or two. So enjoy. What I'd also like to talk about with you is the relationship between culture and brand, because here at Postcard Mania, we're very well known for our culture, and it is part of our brand. Over time, it's become that way, and it's very organic to me, and I understand it, but I never put thought into it the way I would like a small business owner to think about it. So can you talk about that?
From the standpoint of how the brand is brought to life internally or exported, or all facets?
All facets. It's kind of like, every company has a culture. Of course, Zappos did this the best. So every company has a culture, whether it's a culture that makes people want to buy from you, that's...
Totally.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that you have all the things that people associate with brand. Your logo, your tagline, your unique selling proposition. How do all these things tie together? Because people are watching this and they're still thinking it's my logo, even though you said it's the art of differentiation. Okay, so how do you transpose that into culture, a logo, a feeling?
Okay, you have forced me to unleash a secret. So this will end in violence. Whoever's watching this that's it, okay?
We take no responsibility.
You will view this and you'll be gone.
Disclaimer.
So, to put that into practical practice, you have three areas of branding, and this is where culture comes in. You have pre-sales branding, which everybody does, meaning ads, etc., etc. That's the promotional actions that are very routine. Pre-sales branding. Then you have your during sales branding. Now that can either be during the sale, meaning that it's actually, if you're dealing with people on the phone, it could be that experience. If you have something like a salon, that would be part of not only their experience of walking in and paying, but also how were they treated.
Do they get a cappuccino, glass of wine?
Were they asked how their day was?
Even online, how difficult it is to get from point A to point B to make your purchase.
That's correct.
How many clicks is it? That's part of that feeling you're creating on the person.
Exactly. So that's the during the sale or experience part of the branding.
Okay.
Then there's the third part that basically is completely overlooked, and it's one of the opportunities where culture truly has an opportunity to be exported and proven that it's real, and it's actually the post-sales branding. It is actually after the sale when you are least expected. And the way I learned this was actually by watching, my wife and I were shopping, and we walked into a Coach store, and there were all these beautiful purses and things, and she was looking at all the gorgeous leather the purses and stuff like that. And I was watching, I was playing dumb, and I was watching kind of the one that she kept kind of circulating about a few times, going through, and so we leave, and I kind of find an excuse and circle around, and I get it, and I bring it home, and so we get it home, and I say, hey honey, I got this for you, and she's thrilled. Now, there's the usual expected stuff, and then there's taking the post-sales branding and raising the bar. So here's what happened. So, okay, there's the nice Coach bag, sure. There's the nice Coach tissue paper, sure.
There's the brown box and the pink ribbon.
Yeah, there's the brown box and the pink ribbon. But then she she unveils her leather bag. And she loves it, it's beautiful. She opens it up, and inside there's this wonderful little booklet, and it has these sepia tone photographs of old craftsmen working on leather, and you get this craftsman quality and care, and this heritage, this legacy, and a little bit of text. You read it in 3 minutes, but by the time you were done, that had transformed that leather purse into, like, you had just inherited a legacy. It made it so much bigger than the actual physical thing that it was, and it was probably cost them, I don't know, 75 cents. But it was brilliant. It was unexpected. It was above and beyond what was necessary to be done, but it was beyond expectation, and it was after the fact when they didn't have to do anything. So it was a little more than you would have really otherwise needed to get. But it raised the bar. It proved why Coach was in the leadership position that they're in, and it reconfirmed that this really was worth the money to spend on it. So if there was any little remaining sort of like, well, it was kind of pricey, it was gone. That was evaporated. So that's just an example of exporting. So you have those three phases of branding, and particularly the least used one, which is post-sales branding. That's one of the greatest tools for actually proving the actual culture of it, living the actual culture of your brand, and proving its authenticity, that it's not just lip service like, hey, yeah, thanks, we got the check. Okay, next. Which is unfortunate that there's a lot of that.
Yeah. That's a really, really great example, and I feel like that's something that people can take away.